Right, so nice to meet you. We're in Handsworth, yeah?
Yeah.
What was your name?
Samantha Taylor.
All right, Samantha. So basically, I just wondered a little bit of your past, your history. Did you grow up in a normal family? Did you, mum and dad? Or?
Until I was 16, and then the family home just broke down.
Yeah.
My mum ran off with my dad's best mate. It was a bad divorce. I was put in the middle of my mum and dad when I was like 12, and my mum just basically said, I don't wanna, you take her. And from there, I've never had a relationship, a proper relationship with my mum ever since, because basically that's my dad's best mate. So to think that my dad's best mate is now my stepdad, which is quite difficult when you want to get on with the person, but you don't know how to because they're just judging you.
Yeah. And have you got any brothers, sisters?
I've got 2 brothers and a sister.
Yeah. And are you still in contact with them, or?
One of my brothers, since my dad died at Christmas, he died on the 17th of December.
Sorry to hear that.
And then since then, the one brother I have more contact, but my other brother's in Afghanistan.
Okay, he's in the military, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And basically, ever since I went to jail, me and that brother, the relationship's just gone.
Okay, so have you been to jail a few times, or?
17.
17 times, that's quite a few. Is it all kind of drug related, or
Nah,
what is it?
I don't drink.
Right, okay.
The first ever year and a half I did was for wounding him with intent. Basically, I had 2 dogs and I was living with my partner, and I'd gone to work on the weekend because I'd worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday, come back, and normally when I open my front door, my dogs used to run to the front door, but this day they didn't. And I found my dogs cowering in the bathroom. He'd been beating my dogs. So what I did, I hid some little cameras, recorded him while I was at work, come back, I've watched all the footage, and I've seen the damage he's done to my dogs, and I've just thought, my head's gone, and I've just stabbed him. And I've said no one ever puts their hands on my animals. I'm a big animal person. And I said, nah. And then...
So how long did you get for that?
A year and a half.
Okay.
Well, I got 3 years, do half. But... And then after that, the rest of the times are just simple breaches.
So you're saying that you're not doing any drugs at the moment? Did you have a problem at some point with chemicals and stuff? Yeah.
Heroin, crack, everything.
Everything, yeah.
Everything.
And how have you managed to come through that?
Because I've got a rare metabolic illness that 6 people in the country have got. Basically, my body can't break down protein.
Right.
And it was a choice of either die or give the drugs up.
Right.
And I had to give the drugs up because I didn't want to die.
And how is it for you now? What life circumstances now? Have you got somewhere to live? Is it?
I've got a place up the road through a housing association. I'm in a stable relationship. I've been with my partner for 4 years now. And honestly, I never thought I'd be in a stable state and have a stable relationship. Any of that, I always thought less of myself. But towards the end of my dad passing away, he was the one that was like, listen, when I go, just don't weigh down. Because out of the whole of the family, it was me and my dad that we were thick
Right.
as thieves.
Yeah. And do you have any children?
One deceased.
Okay. Yeah.
The baby couldn't survive because of the illness I've got.
Right.
So basically, I recently found out that my illness is actually meant to be boys that get it.
Okay.
I'm the only female with the disorder, and I'm 36 this year,
Wow.
and I'm the oldest one alive with it.
Wow.
I've been on life support, in comas, induced comas, all sorts of things.
So you're
like
lucky to
that.
be alive then, basically. And did you always live in Birmingham or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I grew up like round Hampstead, West Brom,
Yeah.
and then I reached about 17, moved to Handsworth, and I've lived like Longbridge, Northfield, all across Birmingham, different areas I've lived. But I've got to say personally that for me the worst one is Handsworth, because when my fella gets drunk, he's got 179 convictions
Wow.
just from this road
Gosh.
for drunk and disorderly. And it's like the guys in International, the one time my fella was having a fight, and I've literally had to run into the shop and get all the people at the workers at the shop to come and get him, because I couldn't physically do it, because I've had to learn to walk, talk and everything all over again after my strokes and my heart attack.
So what about life now? Is life's quite different for you now? Are you?
Yeah.
When I met you, you were helping another guy. Is that something that you're
Oh,
looking out for other people? And stuff?
yeah. My dad and my family have always said, I've got such a heart of gold. I'll do things for others, but I don't listen to my own advice for myself.
Okay. Just say that I was walking past, and you were a guy who was on, what was it, Mamba or something?
Remember?
Yeah, he just smoked some quite recently, and he was in a bad way, and you were basically helping him out.
I mean,
Hope this ambulance isn't for him, but
when I first seen him, his eyes were like glass. It's like he
you could
just,
recognise. You could
he
recognise.
was
Yeah.
just looking through me,
Yeah. Yeah.
and his eyes, the pupils went, and all I could see was like the whites of his eyes.
Mhm.
They were just pure white.
So what are you hoping to do with your life now? I mean, you're as healthy as you're ever going to be at the moment.
At the minute.
Any sort of ambitions?
Well, by July next year, I want to be married and hopefully move out of Handsworth to a better place,
For a quieter life?
because it just causes trouble with my fella, and it's like he doesn't start the fights, trouble will come to him. They'll say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing, and that's it. And it starts, and then I'm having to get like 5-6 people to drag him off people from fighting and everything. I mean, he's calmed down now. He used to drink 40 cans of Blackstone a day, my fella.
Wow.
And he's gone from Blackstone to Guinness. So I've already seen the improvement there.
So it's just alcohol, no class A drugs and stuff?
Nah,
Yeah.
we both smoke a bit of weed, but
Yeah. That's it.
that's it. But apart from that, I want to get out as quick as I can. Because when I was living in Kings Norton, it was so much quieter
Yeah.
and more.
Peaceful.
Yeah, it was none of this. It was none of the people passing out on the floor because of Mamba. In Kings Norton, Mamba is a big no-no.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone found with Mamba is sent straight to jail.
Mm-hmm.
In places like Moseley, Kings Norton, it's frowned upon because it's killing people.
So what would you say to a young person who's maybe coming across it and going, you know what, let me have a little taste of that?
Don't do it. Don't do it
Mm.
because you're playing with your life.
Mm-hmm.
You are playing with your life. Mamba, it's not a drug. It's something you use to clean a frigging fish tank.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was with my ex-partner, I used to smoke it by the ounce load. And then I had the heart attack and the strokes. And I've never touched it since.
That's good.
And I do not advise it. I personally frown upon the stuff now because it's killing people all across the world. And it's a horrible drug because you're getting people passing out in the road, falling asleep on the path.
So what are they doing? They're smoking it?
They're smoking it, and after they've smoked it, they start longing out like Katie did.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking, I had another one down here while I was tapping. He fell asleep on the pathway, and the guys at the shop had to come out the shop and chuckle a bottle of water over him to get him to come round.
Right.
This stuff makes you mong out so much. The man was on the floor on all fours, dribbling,
In the bad way.
and nah.
It's not good. It's not good for anybody, is it?
And I'm talking from my experience, and like with me and my illness, I've got a weak kidney and liver. So, Mamba, he's not a drug for you if you've got a bad heart, a bad kidneys or liver. Do not do it because it's going to make you die quicker.
So, question for you: do you think that your life has got purpose now?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've got more of a purpose in life now than when I used to just fucking be in the house, smoking the Mamba, getting fucked off my brains and not doing nothing, not going anywhere, not washing, not eating, not bathing, nothing. And then ever since I stopped smoking the stuff, my life's complete. I've got more respect for myself in the sense of like, I make sure I eat, I make sure I look tidy and everything.
That's good.
But you'll find a lot of these people that are smoking Mamba,
Mm-hmm.
you'll find at least 65-70% of them are homeless.
Yeah.
The Mamba smokers. If you go into Birmingham City Centre, well, the Square Peg is outrun with Mamba heads.
But what's the
what?
connection with the homeless? Is it because
It's a cheap drug.
right? It's cheapness.
You can get a bag of Mamba for a £5.
Okay. And that's going to last you how long? Days?
1 or 2 days, and
Yeah.
then you're back to tapping on the road for your next fix. And it's no life. When I tap, I don't tap for drugs. I tap like when I'm out, people give me food and stuff, and then if I need something in the house, like milk or a loaf of bread, or come out and sit and make the money and then go and buy the stuff from the shop. I'm not doing it for drugs, I'm doing it for them little essentials that I need until I've got my money off the government.
Okay.
And that's how I get through day to day.
Okay. Appreciate your honesty, and it's helpful for people to understand a little bit more about why it would be homeless people that take
And
that
it's
stuff.
not just that, it could be because of abuse, violence. There's hundreds of reasons why you could be homeless. It could be that someone in your family is molesting you or beating you. There's thousands of reasons. There's so many different reasons why you can become homeless.
It sounds like you've spoken to a lot of people, you know a lot of people, you've heard a lot of stories, and it's down to experience.
Yeah. And you'll find the worst place for homelessness is Birmingham City Centre.
Right.
That's the biggest place for homelessness. But then you've got the good side of it, where you've got places like Sofa, and you go to Sofa, they can help get you a shared accommodation. They give you a hot meal, a shower, and a change of clothes. But that's every other day. So it's not an everyday thing, every other day. And then you get your soup runs of a night through the week. We get one in Handsworth on a Saturday.
Are these church-run things, or are they kind of local council?
No, the one here is done by the Sikhs.
Oh, that's good.
You find a lot of like the Muslims, the Sikh, the Urdu. They do a lot of the food runs and food banks and stuff like that.
What about any of the churches or not?
You
Some
do
of them.
get churches like you. There's one in Cottridge. There's all different
Lots.
churches all
Yeah.
over the place that offer food banks,
That's good.
and that could be between 2 to 3 bags of shopping, your bare essentials.